What's up, Dragon Brood? We're going to be taking a look at Delirium today because, well, toward the end of, I guess we'll call it last season before Foundations came out, this was kind of the hot deck. But we're going to make some changes, a small one, with the new card from Foundations and see how big of a difference it makes. So most of this should look familiar to you, so we're not going to spend too much time on the deck. But we have some Torch the Tower because, well, we got to have some removal in here. And we do have some artifacts we can sacrifice too. We do have Patchwork BC being one of those artifacts and helps fill our graveyard. Obviously, Fear of Missing Out, one of the better cards in the deck because you can untap stuff and attack a second time. But again, helps fill the graveyard. And then we're playing a full set of Cash Grabs and Say Its Name, which kind of carries over from the last version, mostly to keep putting stuff in the graveyard, find key cards, with a bunch of stuff with haste, so hopefully we can finish our opponents off. Speaking of haste creatures, we have Wildfire Wickerfolk. Also gets Trample, which is kind of nice when you have Delirium, so that's a pretty big deal. And then Flamewake Phoenix. This is one of the new cards, or technically, I guess, cards like this have kind of always existed, but the fact that we get this in Foundations gives us an extra card we can play out of the graveyard, which is great because we do also have haste creatures, and this is only 1 mana to come out of the graveyard if we have something power 4 or greater, which we can have a lot of the time. So being able to get that extra damage could be a pretty big deal. Also playing a couple of Omnivorous Flytraps because, well, 2/4 is pretty good, but also getting to just put a bunch of counters on things is really good. So we'll see how well this works out. We've had some previous versions with it in, we've had some with it out. We'll see where we end up. We do have some Enduring Courage as well because all these things getting a bonus is good. And just giving everything haste is good, right? We get a late game Patchwork Beastie or a late game Fly Trap. Right now it gets to attack with haste and an extra 2 damage with isn't nothing. Balustrade Worm, this is just a good big creature with haste and trample, and it can be played out of the graveyard. And then because we have all the Say Its Names, why not have one Altanak in here that we can go find? But yeah, if this works out, it should be an easy upgrade to the previous version, so if you do want this list, at the end of the video there'll be a link that takes you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor where we host all of our decks, and you can download them and try them on Arena for yourself. But also, maybe you want to buy this, play it at your local store. Check out Tales of Adventure, they're a channel sponsor. You can go to toamagic.com. You can use code DRAGON, D-R-A-G-N, and they'll save you 5% on anything you get on the website, which is awesome because right now Foundations is pretty hot. You probably want to save some money, and you get to support the channel. But all that being said, let's go see if this version is as good as the old version. Alrighty, let's keep it. Nothing too fancy here. We're just going to try to remove something and then see where it takes us. Oh, that's one of the better things we get to remove here. Alright, I'm going to go here and sadly just discard the Flamewake Phoenix because we can get that back later. Ah, but we drew another Cash Grab. Dang it. I mean, we couldn't have cast that anyway. So, oh, well, that's not the best. Alright. We can take... What can we do here? If we take this... I kind of want to get the Fly Trap too and have double Fly Trap going here against mono green, which is probably better. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get a little greedy here. May not be the correct call, but we're going to see. Now, if we get an untapped red source, then we could, I was going to say, potentially play a Phoenix on top of doing this other stuff. Counters. Put 2 plus and post counter up to 2 target creatures. Alright, cool. Yeah, I was going to say, in case they had a way to destroy enchantments, I didn't want to overcommit there. So, glad that worked out. That has potential to be unfortunate and scary, though. Alright, let's put some here. And then we'll go attacking. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Alright. Something big and monstrous is possibly going to hit here. And we got a lot. I was just say we got a lot of damage next turn though. Oh no. All right, I guess we keep it. I mean, there's a chance we're just removing something and then okay, well that didn't work out the way we thought it was going to. I guess we're just attacking here. I was gonna say play the other ridgeline and then just torch the tower or something, but hey, you know, things are working how they work. We'll just keep trying to move it forward. Boo. Alright, well, go gadget phoenixes. Phoenixes? Phoeni? Phoenix? Just plural? I don't know. Phoenixes, I think, is correct. Alright, let's play this tap. Let's play another Phoenix. Alright, opponent's at 11. And we're at Delirium 2 currently. Yep, those are gone. Alright, let's see if we can get back here. Ooh, fly trap? Alright. The trick is, if Flytrap lives, then we'll get to attack with Phoenixes again. So we're hoping for a lot to happen here. Overlord? It's big. It's a little bit scary, but we can at least technically outrace that at the moment. Wow, we have the mana to do all this. Okay, so we play this guy. I can also make them both big enough to fight an Overlord. Alright. So we'll pay. We'll pay. Choose attackers. That's everybody. And then let's make that big enough it survives, and this big enough it survives. Why did this not... Whenever you have enters or attacks, if there are two or more creatures, card types, two or more... gotcha. But, well, either way. Definitely feels like I should have doubled the counters, though. I'm not sure what happened there. Then if there are 6 or more... Oh, 6 or more card types. I ended up taking the Phoenixes out of the yard. No, that's... Oh, because I was only at 5. I guess I should have used this. Nope, we already had instance. Alright. I miscalculated. I was forgetting that it had to be 6 card types. What are you doing now? End of turn. Beginning of your end step, draw a card. But that costs 5, so that's kind of okay. Roaring Furnace, sure. Killing a Phoenix. Unless they have another spell in hand. Alright. I mean, because they could have, like, dealt damage to the fly trap and played another ill-time explosion or something there. Alright, so bouncing that, you get to draw a card. It's legit. Alright, they're still alive. Unless... I was going to say, we could find a way to put another card type. Oh, wait, no, they're not, because we have this. We still had other damage in the tank. That'll do it. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. I mean, we got 2 torch the tower, so that helps. Oh, not if it's not the right type of deck, though. Oh, playing this one. Where if you have 13. Wow, that's something. Yep. That's it. Nothing to go with. Alright, well, if they can protect it, we'll see it here. Okay. That could have been worse. I think we're still just going to go ahead and shoot that. Actually, if I play this first, there's a chance I could cash grab, find a land, do something. I'd rather do this and just be more mana efficient this turn. I'm willing to give up a Wicker Folk in combat. If they use a burn spell to get past it, that's fine. It would probably just get raged or something. Nope. They had a Witchstalker Frenzy. Wow. On that guy. They must have nothing in hand. Alright. Well, we're gambling here. Okay, we did find it, so that was good. And we'll go ahead and get rid of that. Alright. And we should be able to get to Delirium next turn. Oh, artifacts, creatures. If we have an enchantment go to the graveyard, we would. Huh. Well, I kind of want Enduring Courage, but I also kind of want lands. Especially under the circumstances. Because being able to play these two next turn is more than fine. Oh, missed. Missed. We needed an untapped land. Even a tap land for this turn would have set us up for next turn. Would have been more than fine. Oh, that's not good. They're just sending damage upstairs. They're not even worrying about our creatures. That is a real concern. Alright, well. We're just going to do what we can. Go to attack. Untap this knucklehead. I mean, they gained a lot of life off of those two, so we do have a lot of work to do here. And we have to hope they don't get a haste thing that they could pump up. There's a lot of things that have to go right here with us missing lands. Yep, I was going to say more damage upstairs. More damage upstairs. Like, yep. Now they just draw any amount of damage or a haste creature and we're dead. Yep, alright. That one feels tough because I feel like had we drawn lands, we would have had more options, but we just never did on those last 3 turns there. Very, very tough. Alright, let's keep it. I think I'm just going to go with this. See if we can get to kill something. We do have a thing we can kill. Sadly, though, that means we're going to have to worry about Viper at some point, because that's usually the only decks playing those. So, we'll see what happens, though. Alright. I am going to take... Man, Flytrap's probably a good call, but I'm going to take this in case they just have Go for the Throats. And I have another cash grab, so it's not the worst thing. But do we want to go with Fear of Missing Out here? But I'd have to discard a land or something. Yeah, we're probably not going to do that, I don't think. Not if I want to try to get the Enduring Courage down. But there wasn't even a pause like they had to Go for the Throat. So I'm not sure what they have going on here. Or Bass Forge, fair enough. That makes sense. More things you can sack along the way. Let's go ahead and use this. Wow, just 4 lands? Goodness, that sucks. Yeah, I guess we'll take that. That's... Man, that is highly disappointing. And another land on top. Jeez, we were just not going to hit, were we? Alright, let's get in there. Man, if we didn't have these cards that fell our graveyard, we'd have been dead. We'd have drawn too many lands there. Go for the Throat might have a target now, so just matter if they really want to kill the Enduring Courage or not. Double or Brass Forge. Okay. Sure, let's block the 2. Okay, we can have a bunch of stuff with haste and do some crazy things this turn. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but Is what it is. Lost that option. There's a Say Its Name and a Ridge Line. Alright, let's do this first. Discarding this Carplusion Forest and see what we find. That was terrible. Alright, I guess we attack. I mean, this is like a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news. Like, opponent's not doing a whole lot here, but if they have a Viper, they can sack the 2 tokens they're about to get. Hopeless Nightmare. Yeah, sure. I still think there's a Viper on the way. And them getting rid of our Courage was huge. Alright, well, that puts us up against it. Taking 5. No Viper follow-up. Okay, that's good. I genuinely thought they had it. Alright, we'll take an Enduring Courage. Man, can we get away with Balustrade Worm here? I don't know that we can. I'm trying to think, like, what's the best case scenario here? We play the Balustrade Worm, we get in for 8. Nah, we have to just play this. And I'm going to risk it. Alright, that's not bad. Oh, that's excellent. Anytime they're at the point they're sacking Hopeless Nightmares, we're in good shape, y'all. That's what you want to see. Oh, they did leave something on top, though. So now it's decision time. Do we just take 7? Yeah, we just take 7. Because, like, it's on them to find something now. Looks like they have nothing. So we just do that. And it has haste. We're just going to have a hope they don't have an answer. Alright, that was it. Wow. Man, I'm going to mulligan. Being on the draw, that feels really bad. Oh, why did I keep this? We don't even have green mana. Maybe we'll draw it. Nope, we didn't. Alright, I mean, we'll have it for next turn, but... Ugh. Well, that's a good thing to get to kill here. But I do not know at all if this deck can stand up to Angels. I think I'm just going to play this and maybe they have another Giada we can kill. I don't know. Nope, but we can't get rid of that. So that's something. Alright, so that mostly worked, because there's not a ton of things we can kill in that deck with Torch to Tower. I don't think. Land in the yard sort of helps. Actually, let's do this. Because we know we can get a land, maybe. Oh, and 2 Say Its Names. Alright. And then we can play Enduring Courage next turn and hope that that's good enough. Ooh, what if we were to Enduring Courage and find the other Say Its Name off the Patchwork BC? That'd be big business, wouldn't it? That's something we can get excited about. Ah, Recruitment Officer. Come on, let's get the last Say Its Name. What was 2 we could have hit? Oh, there's one there, though. Okay, that's okay for next turn. Alright. Hopefully they don't get rid of our Enduring Courage. They probably will, though. But we're going to hope they don't. Because, man, if so, we get so much damage next turn. This is at the beginning of your upkeep and best gate for each opponent has more cards in hand than you. Currently, we don't. So that's good. Alright. This gets to be a big, big turn here. Oh, and a Balustrade Worm? Oh, my God. We have options, people. We have options. I think we still go with this since it's the Trampler, right? Let's do this first. Man, this is such a big turn. You got to get rid of our graveyard, opponent. Like, I mean, I guess we get the Balustrade Worm. Like, I don't really want to, but it protects it from this. Let's go here. I mean, I gotta do it. Make them use it. I mean, you gotta get rid of our graveyard. Oh, it's not in our graveyard yet. I just realized. I was thinking about the previous game. It's still in our library, so they couldn't have done it anyway. Nice. Good job hiding out, Altanek, till we needed you. I love that for us. Yeah, F it. Let's go. Yep. Sounds good. Yeah, for some reason in my head, the Altanek was already in the graveyard, but it obviously wasn't. So that worked out well. Alright, opponent's got to deal with the 9/9 Trampler now. Oh, that ain't going to do it. Because we have fear of missing out with the 9/9. They can also get rid of our yard, though, so... Do we go with another Courage here? I think we go fear of missing out. Force their hand to use the artifact. Yep. Like I said, you gotta do what you gotta do. Totally reasonable. Alright. So we found a land, which sets us up for that next turn, which we love. Yeah, I think we just get in there for 9. Like, you got to chump block with something. Sure. Alright, they're at 5. Man, having a hasty Altanek's pretty gross. Their investigators being 4 toughness actually have mattered this game, though. Being 5 here won't matter, though. Yeah, I mean, they do have vigilance. Alright, well. Everybody's getting in there. Yep, that'll do it. Good one. Okay, let's see what this can turn into. This isn't great with this many lands in hand. I'm kind of hoping we draw something useful to put in the yard. Because I don't really want to discard a fear of missing out to a fear of missing out. So we may have to just discard a land. Plus, the idea is, too, if they do kill our fear of missing out, we're already 3 to our Delirium. So, that's a thing. Been seeing that a lot. I think that's just going to be one of those decks we're just going to see a bunch of. Life gain, combo-y stuff. Oh, another land. That's harsh. I do not think we can keep up with this deck with this type of draw, sadly. I mean, that's the best thing we can hope for, is that they're just doing that instead of playing their key pieces. I mean, I have to discard a land. Yeah, Enduring Courage does nothing with that out, so it's whatever. Like, having haste doesn't do it. I mean, I guess it still works with our birds, the phoenixes, because they just come into the battlefield attacking already, so it doesn't matter that they're tapped. Nope, this is where fear of missing out dies. Alright, we'll get this. I mean, obviously won't have haste or whatever, but... I mean, it'll have haste, it's just not going to get to do anything with it. But yeah, might as well attack, let them kill it. Oh, we're not killing it. Weird. Alright, then I guess we go ahead and go with this. Oh, actually, you know what? I could have actually played it, untapped the Wicker Folk. Though that being said, I thought the creature was just going to die anyway. I didn't think they were going to do that. So maybe they were waiting for us to play the Wicker Folk first and then something. I don't know. But to be fair, I do that sometimes where you just wait till the end of the turn to just get a better idea of what the opponent might be doing. I mean, I don't even know. Are we supposed to just play Balustrade Worm here? Kind of wish I had some of our ridge lines in play. Ugh. That's going to get away from us. Yeah, let's go ahead. I mean, at this point, I'm just like, what are the biggest things we can hit with, even though it's slow? I mean, if they just keep drawing removal. Yeah, exactly. So their deck's not even that. Their deck's just a grindy removal deck is all it is. Alright. Yeah, I'm just going to say they win this one. Alright, knowing what we know and kind of what we're seeing on the ladder, there's a few things I think we have to address. The first is that while Enduring Courage is a neat option, and it does give us enchantments to go into the graveyard, which isn't terrible, we need a combination of things to destroy enchantments and or to remove creatures, right? And I think that's kind of the issue here. And I think one of our first solutions is, sadly, to play Overlord of the Boiler Bilges. Just to have still other enchantments to go in the graveyard and to be able to deal 4 damage, whether it's to the opponent or to a creature, as we need to late. I think we can only get by with a couple of Flamewake Phoenixes at the end of the whole thing. Is just the fact that they can't block is ultimately a drawback to that card. That's fairly significant when you're facing down other aggro decks or whatever, right? It's a problem. Then we have the last issue of how do we get rid of artifacts and enchantments. I think we don't need a full set of cash grabs. Though, again, obviously filling the graveyard is nice, and that's what we want to do. I'm actually going to cut all the Phoenixes, I think. And I think our choices are to play creatures that can destroy enchantments. So we get choices, right? We either have this guy, which is Insidious Fungus. It's a 1/2, but then you have to pay 2 to destroy an artifact enchantment. But you also get to draw a card, which is nice because this deck doesn't have a lot of card drawing. So this is an option, and it's a 1/2. So that could matter if you want another turn 1 play, right? Or we could play Cankerbloom, which is a 3/2, which is better to fight with, and only takes 1 to sacrifice and destroy an artifact enchantment. And randomly we could proliferate, which I guess could matter with the Ominous Flytrap at times. I don't know how often it would come up, but it's possible that that could be relevant. So I think playing some combination of like 3 or even 4 of these, there's enough enchantments to get rid of that like this could just be a thing. Now, there's other options too, where you have Paw Patch Formation. I think is a totally reasonable card. If you wanted to play this, destroy an enchantment, draw a card, create food. I think that makes sense being a list. I also think the one that opponent sacrifices an enchantment. What is that thing? I guess it helps if I spell it right. Pick Your Poison. That's the card I'm thinking of. Right? That could be good too. So maybe this is an option as well, just being 1 mana. You want to get rid of just 1 enchantment or a demon that's flying or whatever the case may be. Like, possibly this is the other answer. I think we're going to make Overlord of the Border Builders the last card, and we're just going to play 4 Canker Bloom, 3 Cash Grab, and then just kind of see what this does. We did still keep 25 creatures, which is good. So let's go in and see if this solves some of our problems. All right, let's roll with this and see what happens. Does this dude survive? Turn 1. Or turn 2, I guess. Their turn 1. We did draw the Overlord of the Boiler Bilges, so we do have that in our pocket for later. Alright, we're going to get lost that. Don't have much going on here. See if we can get some junk off the top, maybe. We did, because we apparently like drawing lands. Like, that's a real thing. Scoundrel. That's something you don't see that often. Wonder what deck is playing that. And they made a treasure. To Sheltered by Ghosts. Okay. Not gonna lie, didn't see that coming. But hey, why not? It works well against us. See if we can find something worthwhile here. Yeah, okay, sure. Why not? So this might just be Boros Enchantments, just happens to be playing Scoundrel. Alright. Flytrap is interesting. So we can go here. Play this. Oh, I should have done that first before playing the Flytrap, because I would have got to put more counters on the thing. Gosh dang it, that was stupid. That was idiotic. Ah, well. Yeah, super dumb. Super dumb. Especially knowing I was going to trample. Putting extra counters on there would have been a big deal. But let's see what happens here. I mean, Overlord would give us the ability to get rid of this and get back a Wicker Folk if we wanted to just put the counters on it. What do I feel like I'm going to block? They put the enchantment on it to protect it or whatever. Like, it's sure, whatever. like, grow it big enough that it doesn't die. We just lose our Flytrap, which would have been sad. All right, we get our dude back. I'm down with that. I was not expecting that to be the option at all. Yeah, count me in. Hell yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna juice that guy. Why not? Just, you can be the only dude. Go big. Excellent. Great card to have here. Alright, opponent's at 9. So I guess last turn the opponent was hoping we would block. They were going to Day of Judgment and get rid of our dude. So it wouldn't have mattered ultimately with what they wanted to do. Alright, let's hit them for 4. Overlord is a good late game card. Chorus, sure. They get to draw. Dollmaker Shop, sure. Is our Overlord dead? Looks like it is. They are at 4. Fear of missing out, kind of nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't think we want to do that. I think we just want to do this. Get rid of... Actually, I don't even cancel that. Because if they don't play anything, we don't even need to worry about it. Oh, and a backup Canker Bloom. Alright, love that. Sure. Why not? Oh my gosh. Okay, deck. That's enough. That's enough. No more lands. Alright, let's get rid of that. So they have to make one with the Mirrex right now and basically tap out if they want to draw. Okay, they didn't. But it's cute they're playing Day of Judgment, because then their creatures die, they end up with 1/1s, and they start making stuff off of the dollhouse. It makes a lot of sense. Okay, this has potential to be a good attack step for us. I mean, sure, why not? Okay. We can... Yeah. I was like making sure we had enough that I can still play this and sack it later. And we can. So let's attack. Put that there. We'll untap. Oh, wait. This is automatically going to untap. So let's make this untap. That's gross. So decision time for the opponent. That's a cool combination, honestly. And then they both get to attack again here. Love that for us. That is a great sequence. Love that. And then we go and do this. And play this. And now I think we're good. Because even if the opponent gets a sweeper, doesn't matter. Because we just attack with a creature land and it's over. Somehow we managed to come back in the middle of all this. Yeah, sure, you have it. That doesn't really do anything. Like, you gain a life, but you can't block. Sure. Like, now, even if they produce a 1/1, it doesn't matter. You got it. You go to 3. Yep, GG's. And we got bonus damage. Okay, we'll keep this. And pass. I mean, I guess this is where we're just supposed to take our time. Alright, they did everything to kill our dude. Is it possible they're just playing a big red deck or something? Because I kind of like what this feels like is happening. Alright, well, you gotta have some type of removal. Maybe it's just a 2 damage thing. Gotta kill a Wicker Folk. Nope, not even that. Okay. Brotherhood's in? Is that what you were waiting on? No. It's concerning when the opponent doesn't do anything for 3 turns and they've left their mana up the whole time. Like, I don't know what to make of that, y'all. I mean, we're going to try to hit Delirium. Wow, flipping a bunch of lands. That doesn't help. Oh, boy. Okay, sure. Oh, I keep forgetting. That card itself actually counts. Sure. All right. Well, now we get to attack for 7. Nope. We're going to kill a guy, finally. Sevens? Wow. Really? What's the deal? What hand do you keep? I was going to say, there's got to be something. Okay, they just didn't want to play it last turn for some reason. But, okay then. I guess we're just going to play a Balustrade Worm. Attack for 5. I mean, I don't know what they do to a 5/5 here, but okay. So, well, I mean, we get to remove it, so I guess that doesn't really matter. I think they were playing a big red deck, and they just kept an awkward hand. Yeah, that'll do it. I do have a version of Big Red that may or may not be on the channel yet. If you haven't seen it yet, it'll be soon this season. And we do play a fair amount of early damage spells just for situations like this, actually. Oh, boy. And opponent's going first. We have to mulligan. If we were on the play, I would have kept that one pretty easily, I think. Wow. Wow, and we have a tap land turn 1 to get red mana. Jeez. I guess that, but I'm not happy about it. Here comes Llanowar Elf. Nope, no Llanowar Elves. Sadly, I would have liked to have done something else, but we got to go this route. Much as I don't want to. Yep. Alright, I don't know what this opponent's doing, so I'm just gonna discard the other fear of missing out. Ah, I was hoping we'd draw a land there, and then I could set up 2 plays for next turn. That's rough. At least we can still block that. If they just want the treasure that badly, cool. Doesn't appear that they do, so that's some good news. Alright, so how do we want to approach things then? I think we... it's tempting to go double beastie here. But I think I want to try to set up a bigger turn. Alright. So we have enchantment, creature, sorcery, instant. So that's 4. So we can... I'm going to take the land just for options. Alright. Interestingly, they did not want to block, so I think they just want to make their Hydra 3/3 here. Which at some point means how badly do I want to get rid of this? Because that will be a problem in the future. Alright. Makes sense. You got it. Are they, like, working their way to some, like, big dinosaur or something? I feel like they are. They're probably going to play something huge next turn. Well, don't know if this stops that or not. But maybe it's what we're supposed to do? I mean, it won't be Galta. I guess it could still be Galta, maybe. Yeah, we didn't have the best start. We're kind of just hanging on. Arguable, I probably should have just played Cankerbloom and got rid of this thing. But we'll see what happens. Or try to set up some big attack with Flytrap or something. Yeah, that was the other concern. You just get something big enough that it ultimately doesn't matter. Alright, well, I think the opponent's got us here. Just make this as big as possible, I guess. No attacks? Okay, they got a throwback. We're done. Like, we're dead. I'm gonna mulligan. Let's keep this one. Put that back. I was looking for at least one mana thing. That's kind of all I wanted to get started there. Gonna bounce this? Nope. Just reanimator graveyard stuff. So the question becomes, what are our plays here? Because we could destroy this. But we can't till next turn anyway, so I guess we just do this. Get some damage in. Hope they don't have a real solid answer to regrow the guy yet. That's not happy. That feels like that's going to be a problem for us. Oh, you just had another one anyway. Like, of course you did. And then you could play anything in the graveyard, which is Charter Courses and Rona's Vortexes. Vortices. Alright, Go for a Throat doesn't actually kill any of our stuff, so that's awkwardly convenient. Alright, so let's attack. Kill that duder. Alright, and we've now reached Delirium. Oh, opponent, Go for a Throat doesn't do anything. Both of our things are artifacts. Ugh. That's the best. They chose a thing that didn't do anything. Doesn't get much better than that. You do have a Kellen, however. Or not Kellen, a Kaito. Kellen's a whole different card. Put 2 stun counters on it. Sure. Sounds like a plan. I guess we will go and just kill this guy. And I guess I'll go ahead and play this. Granted, the removal now works on Cankerbloom, so... And I don't really want to proliferate stun counters. Alright, Founding of the Third Path. Sure. Oh, so they just went straight to the 3rd chapter. I guess because they knew we were going to be able to blow it up. And then they can just dig here. That makes sense. A little bit of a quirky situation, but I don't blame them. I'm gonna cut down our Cankerbloom. Nope. Gonna duress. I just have a mountain. Alright. I'm gonna decline and just draw here. Oh, that's not bad. Let's see what we can do with this. Oh, I should have played the land first. Gosh dang it. That was stupid. I could have got a free card. Ah, playing lazy right now. Because I could have done that and played this. And the opponent would have been at 6. It may not matter, ultimately. But still, it could have mattered. And that's what's important. Having one more land and just getting a free card. Because this is... You discard and then you draw. Even if you don't have a card, you're still going to get to draw the free card. Oh, it looks like our opponent might have stumbled into their garage and got tripped up by the rope monster. Gotta love that. Anytime you get to beat somebody playing, like, Haughty Djinn, kind of silly stuff, and you get a win, you take those. You take those. Those feel good inside. But Cankerbloom's kind of showed its worth, right? Like, the opponent wasn't willing to just play this because they probably didn't have anything good in hand. And just milling themselves wasn't enough to get no value from it. Though, they could have also done it just to make me use the Cankerbloom, which would have been a legit play. But, it's fine. I mean, we'll just draw the card at this point. Though, you know what? I could mill something just on the off chance to have a way to exile something from our graveyard. We just have lands and instants, so if they got rid of Wicker Folk, so it wouldn't change much. See, and if I'd had the other land, I'd be able to play Balustrade Worm, and that'd have been it. I think we just do this and then attack anyway. Counter here, I guess. Untap this one. Alright. That's all she wrote. Yeah, the way this all went down, I think the changes were a pretty big benefit. I don't know if we need 4 Canker Blooms, but I will admit the Canker Bloom is actually useful against even the different auras decks with the mice and whatever. So there is some value to be had there. So I wouldn't just completely get rid of those at any point. Flytrap's actually pretty cool, but is still a little bit situational. Whereas we might just be better off having more Balustrade Worms that we can just flip into the graveyard. So I don't really know where it sits right now. Overall, I think the first version we struggled a lot with. The second one we did pretty well with. You know, it went from being sub 50% to being closer to like 55-ish%. So that's actually really good. But I just feel like it might not be where you want to be right now. I feel like if you get a good start and you get the haste creatures and, you know, you get an extra attack step, that's all fine and good. But I think I kind of want to cut 1 Boiler Bilges for 1 Balustrade Worm. But man, Boiler Bilges is so good, and both of them hopefully you can use for 4 mana. But I think the real difference might be the Flytrap. But yeah, something along these lines. I honestly, I kind of want to just play a 61st card and go in, but nah. I think we're going to keep this one at 60. Just keep it a little bit tighter. But yeah, this is a tough one to try to figure out. I think whether you play Canker Bloom or the other 1-2 that we talked about kind of in the middle of the video, I think you need to have something to destroy artifacts and enchantments, or you just can't compete with this deck. And I think that's what was missing with the first one. And having a 3-power creature does allow you some at least decent blocks in different situations, which do matter. But we've got 4 Torch of Tower, 4 Patchwork Beastie, 4 Fear of Missing Out, 3 Cash Grab, 4 Canker Bloom, 4 Say Its Name, 4 Wildfire Wickerfolk, 2 Omnivorous Flytrap, wow, 3 Balustrade Worm, 3 Overlord of the Boiler Bilges, 1 Altenac, the Thrice Called, 4 Mountain, 6 Forest, 4 Carplusion Gorge, 4 Carplusion Forest, Copperline Gorge Carplusion Forest, 2 Restless Ridgeline, 4 Thornspire Verge. I guess I played too long today trying to solve this deck for y'all. My brain is just fried. I can't even talk right now. But yeah, if y'all are looking for other stuff, obviously there's going to be a bunch of things we're putting on the channel with Foundations. Ton of crazy decks to play, so keep your eyes out. But if you want to see the best elves we came up with, check out the next video, because I spent like 15 hours trying to figure that one out. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.